Have you ever had somebody just not like you? Like legit, you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that they did not like you. I've had this happen. I remember in high school, I had just this one guy that no matter what I did, he complained about me all the time. It wasn't fun. He used to walk by me and just say random things that were relatively mean. And I have no clue why this guy didn't like me. But we have this feeling inside of us where we think that everyone should like us, but that's just not the case. Jesus says in the Gospels that you will be hated because you are my disciples. So no matter what, even if you are a disciple of Christ, you will be hated. And why do we seek people that we don't care about's approval? Because we all seem to do it. You have somebody right in front of you, your kid or your spouse, and you spend time on the internet. You are more concerned about what people who are never around you care about. I'll be honest, I do this too. Social media is just a sucking baby of our attention that we have to feed because we feel like we are having FOMO. We have fear of missing out. And it really has hurt our psyche as a people. It's hurt just who we are and how we interact with the world around us. But this is something that has been going on for ages, forever, that we've had this problem. And I want to take a quick look into Numbers chapter 12. And it starts off talking about Moses' sister and brother. And if you remember correctly, Aaron is now the high priest. He's the one that Moses said, look, I can't speak, send someone else, God. And God's like, well, I'll bring your brother Aaron. He's already on his way. And so Aaron becomes the high priest, the first priest, the one that's taken his life into his hands to do the sacrifices, to enter the Holy of Holies in the temple. He is the high priest. He's the pastor. He's the one that's leading the charge, while Moses is the one that's connecting with God. Moses will tell the people of Israel what needs to be done, and then Aaron will be the person that does the sacrifice, that does the rituals. He is the doer of what Moses hears. And then you have Miriam, who's Moses' sister, and she's kind of like the worship leader, the dancer. She's the one that brings people in and brings them together and lets them worship just this awesome way. And she dances and she just captivates the crowd, the nation of Israel. And here's Moses. All he does is talk to God, and he's so close to God that at one point they have to put a veil over his face because they can't even look upon him. But Moses becomes separate from the whole community. Although he's leading this community, he seems to be set apart or set above. And you know what? His brother and sister, his own blood, start to have a problem with this. And again, in Numbers 12, it starts off, Miriam, Aaron criticized Moses because of his Cushite woman he married. For he had married a Cushite woman. And Cushite, if your Bible says that, it's actually modern day Ethiopia. So they're upset that this Middle Eastern man married a black woman. They said, does the Lord speak only through Moses? Does he not also speak through us? And the Lord heard it. You know what? If you're complaining in the Bible and it says, and the Lord heard it, you're in trouble. You're in deep trouble. Here they are, they're complaining about, first off, Moses' wife. Something that they can control, something that they can go, because Moses is so holy to them that they can't complain about that, but so they pick on something that he chose that they see as a problem. And yes, we have this problem. We have problems inside of us like this. We are dealing with this in our society. And then the real problem here is their heart. don't we do this? Ain't I the one that leads everybody in worship? And I dance before the Lord and we shout praises to God. But Moses, all he does is talk to somebody we can't even hear. Why should he get all the credit? Or Aaron's like, I'm the one with the bulls. I'm the one with the blood. I'm the one that's taken my life into my hands. You called me to do this. Why don't I get the credit that's going on? I got the shield and the omers and everything else. Like, why don't I get any credit? Why is it Moses? This is just plain jealousy. And they start picking at what they can. You know, sometimes we are like Aaron. Hey God, look at all this stuff I'm doing. Look at all this stuff that I'm doing for you. I've done X, Y, and Z. I've served in the church. I play. You know, I help out in the youth group. I read my Bible. But you're gonna bless that other person who, I never even see him around church. Does he even go to church? Or you're like Miriam, like, I worship. I'm on my knees in prayer and I'm just singing to you, God. But there's that other person that's just silent, sitting over there. It looks like he doesn't even care, and you bless him. Sometimes we're those people. That's us. Or sometimes we're Moses, where all we've been doing is seeking God. Other people don't like us for it. Exactly what Jesus said would happen. Even in the midst of the church, this happens. Moses isn't doing anything wrong, but here he is leading a nation that grumbles and complains at the drop of a hat. And now his brother and his sister, his own blood, have turned against him. And they don't want anything to do with him. They think that he is leading in the wrong way and that they should get the credit. They even start picking on his wife, and she has done nothing wrong. Just like we have in this modern day world where we have racism for no apparent reason. It's sad. I love that my son has friends of different ethnic backgrounds and different skin colors. Actually, the day that we're recording this, he had a friend spend the night. That was a black friend. And it's one of his best friends, and I love that about him. It's about somebody that he enjoys being around, and it doesn't matter what their background is. It's such a wonderful thing. But when you've been hated for no apparent reason, when you've been disliked for no apparent reason, when you see that God has given somebody else something, and now it's hurting inside of you, I'll admit, my reaction is to kind of be condescending. It's something that I always have to work on, and I know that I do. I like the idea of a debate, and if I can put somebody in their place, you feel like I won. I have this problem, as I know each and every one of you do. And then you have the other problem where you see blessings that God has given to other people. I think about my friend JP, and many of you watch this may even know JP. He has the most big, welcoming, great personality. I look at him, I go, man, I wish I had that. I wish I didn't have this standoffish personality, and I don't know how to get rid of it. It's just how God made me. And I want that in JP. And I know when I talk to JP, he's like, I want to have your knowledge and your drive and your seek. You know, we want what each other have. But the problem is we can't let that become our focus. I can't focus on the fact that I don't have that welcoming personality like he has. Because if I did, then it would become this jealousy, and I would start to become Aaron, going, God, I do all these things. I do these videos. I do all this stuff for you. I see and lead people to know who you are. I hear stories of just people that are broken, that where things that you've done through me help them and bring them up. And I see people fall in love with the Bible and learn how to read the Bible more, but I don't have the personality that he does. And if that was me, I'm just Aaron. I'm just Miriam going, man, why God? But we live in a broken world where these things are going to come up in our lives. But it depends on how you react is who you are, right? Like, you want to become like Moses and you want to have his reaction. What does the next verse say?